So, one of the most important things that make a difference between a product and something that we want to buy, it's the brand. And to talk about brands and how you can make your brand resonate, being relevant, I'm gonna bring you the branding show here on 100 TV. Stay tuned. Hello, hello. I'm Marco Novo here at 100 TV with this first show about, well, not the first brand in show. And why this name? Because I think it's a really important thing when we talk about business, and it doesn't matter if you are a professional, if you have a corporation, an institution, whatever, a brand, it's a really important asset because if you think some products and even some they even become the name of the product. I believe that there are so many products that you call them the name of a given brand that kind of sticked on that product. So this is a show to tell you to share some insights with you about how you can embrace and take advantage of brand for personal, professional, individual uses or for corporation because there's no that difference. But of course, in some live show in some shows, I will be talking about more for personal branding. In some, I will be talking about more corporation uh, branding. Okay, so just stay tuned. Another important thing is I'm gonna bring in the next episodes the chance for you to make a question. You just need to to use the hashtag Ask Branding Show, and then I will be bringing your question and make you a shout out on my show to reply to you. Pretty nice, I think. So, if you don't know me, I'm Marco Novo from Portugal. I'm a live streamer since 2015. I'm also a marketing professional, and this was why I started, why I felt in this live streaming content creation world back in 2014, 15. I think it was 14. I had the need to get known to people to understand what I could make for them. So I started a live show and I started broadcasting, creating content, video content, live shows, live shows, live shows. So people get to know me. At some point, I became known as a live streamer, and here I am sharing things about two of my passions, live streaming and marketing, a perfect blend for you to be known and bring a nice brand. So today we will discuss some important topics. I came with 10 at least. This is what I have prepared. Maybe during the show I will think about some more, but I believe these 10 points would be really important. Okay? So just write them down and don't forget. If you have any question, if you want to make any question, hashtag ask brand in show, and I will be happy to bring your question to my show. So the first thing that I believe it's pretty important is to build emotion. Okay. Think with me how many times you are seeing a TV show, a series, or a movie, which you know that thing, it's not real, but you are living it as it was. Why? Because they are appealing to your emotions. So, this is why it is important for you to bring emotion. And it doesn't need to be laughing all the time. For instance, if you have an insurance company or so, at some point you should hit go to that thing about scare, because when people are scared they tend to act. Okay, so it's important. Of course, if you are a comedian, you should uh, bring the happiness, the laughter. If you are a musician, you need to bring beauty feelings, beauty emotions. Also, for instance, if you are a chef, you need to bring those desires and those other feelings, emotions to your potential customers. But you should not, by any mean, be as rational, because there's this thing about being rational. At some point, yes, it is a little bit important to be rational, but it is way more important to be emotional. So think about some, and you should not, and this could be a mistake. Oh, I want to bring all this range of emotions. Please don't. A couple of them would be enough. Sometimes even one, it's enough, but it's important to be to bring emotion to your communication, and for instance, for your content. Another thing that it's pretty important, it's being relevant. Okay, and I kind of slice it, this relevancy thing, into uh, another two other topics. One, it's time. Okay, so if for instance you are bringing ideas about warm weather, warm feelings in winter, maybe they don't work. And the opposite as well. If you are trying to talk about umbrellas in summer, so this is way important to be having this time relevance in your communication, and also the context. If you don't understand the context in which your potential customer is, you will fail building a brand. Okay, so if you don't know what he's feeling, why does he wants to hire you? Why does he want to uh, buy your products? Do you know that? So it is important to understand the context. So, for instance, because sometimes, and this is important too, sometimes we are not honest about why we need to buy something. Because when we buy an Harley Davidson, we don't buy a Harley Davidson because we want to go from the point A to the point B. When we buy an expensive Louis Vuitton bag, or pointing to my shirt, oh, this is not because we want to buy a bag. Okay, so this is important to understand the context. Okay, third thing, and this is one of the most important if you want your brand to succeed: consistency. And this is one of the reasons why we fail so much. Because I've knew, for instance, people, content creators that started and they were entrepreneurs, and they started creating content so people get to know them, so people could trust them, so people could hire them, and all this, and ultimately love them as well. There's no problem about loving a brand. We know a couple of them that uh, they're customers, which they are more than customers, and this is something that you should have in mind as well. You should have kind of built this sense of community, this sense of belonging, that it's not just about get my money, give me your product, and goodbye. We need to talk. Uh, we need to go. way more further than this, just that to build a brand. But the thing is, if you're not consistent, you will fail. Why? Because people won't get you serious, won't take you seriously if you are not consistent. Just let's think that today, okay, today I'm a comedian. I want to start my comedian career. So let me share some jokes on YouTube. And then I disappear. And after 6 months, oh, okay, I want to be a comedian again. So let me share another content. And then during that week, I share 10 videos and then I disappear for 1 year. Would people take us for serious? I doubt it. Also, this is very important. And when we talk about content creation mainly and using content creation to build a brand, if you are not consistent, you won't get feedback. Okay, so people won't talk with you, telling you, okay, this is good, but maybe I want, but I will talk about this a little bit later. So this is important, being consistent to get feedback, but also it's important for you to improve. There's no way you can improve without being consistent, because if you make a content, if you communicate, if you show up from every 6 months, you don't get the chance to learn, to get better, to understand, oh, I can improve this. Oh, maybe this content is good. Maybe I can create more content around this. That's the thing that for me it's because sometimes we hear, oh, consistency is good. Yes, it's good, but not just by itself. It's everything that consistency can bring to you, which is important. Okay, so have that in mind so you can become better, but also people get to know you, understand, and with that create those emotions that I've spoke about before. Another important thing, being unique. Uniqueness is one of the best things for you to get known as a brand. And with this, we have some kind of mistakes we hear often. Um, and I'm probably sure that you already saw these kind of nice quotes or slogans. We are different. We make the difference. Understand why we are unique, um, way better than others. And by the end of the day, you don't understand why these people they are unique, why they are different. Because if everybody are saying they are different, they are all the same. And this is something that I don't want you to do. If you actually, and you should, if you actually have something different, talk about that. I have this that my competitors don't have. I do this that my competitors don't have. Or you should listen, you should ask to your customers, what do I have that makes me different? What do I have that makes you buy from me and not from my competitors? And then start building and putting even more coins on that difference so other people that don't already know you understand why you are unique, and build something around this. Because another mistake that I see in this uniqueness thing is that we want to be everything. Oh, I'm good because this, and this. And we think, how come could we be so good in so many things? Impossible. Like the song from Elvis, it's impossible. So you should think about this. You should think again. Probably you already know some things that make you different, yes, and unique. But I believe that your audience, your customers, they know something too. So kind of bring all these opinions together, which maybe they are not so different one from another, and understand if there's a pattern, if there's something that it's unique around you. Or you can understand a kind of a call inside of you that makes you feel, oh, I think this could be my X factor, and then build the thing around that. And something that it's important and relates, it's pretty linked with this uniqueness, it's being niched, because this is another struggle, a big struggle when we talk about businesses, about being about professionals, about brands, about corporations, which is, and the thing is, most of the times we can understand if the thought it's not right, if we see and we ask who would be your potential customer, and if the conversation starts with everyone, it starts wrong, because it's not everyone, it's just people that blah blah blah. I want my customer to be, for instance, about myself. Who do I want to be my customers? Just people who wants to use live streaming to build their brands, to improve their business. With that, okay, I understand there's this thing. I'm putting away lots of people, which could, who knows, my customers. But this will kind of make me understand I want to work with those people which already understand the power of live streaming, which already believe in live streaming, and I won't be wasting time. And believe me, I ran that road some years ago, trying to convince people which didn't understand what live streaming was, which didn't understand why live streaming was important, which advantages the live streaming could bring to them. And the thing is, and some of them, they kind of make this sneaky question, which is a little bit, ah, oh, sell me that live streaming thing. And yes, I was innocent. Okay, I was naive, telling to explain them. But just let me share a secret with you. If the person in front of you asks you to convince them they are not the right person for you at that moment. So yes, you can create other content for to these kind of people, but if you have to prioritize, think about the people that already want to work with you. And with that, you will make a more accurate content. You will start building a stronger brand. Of course, not for everybody. For instance, Ferrari, they know this. Louis Vuitton, they know this. Mercedes know this. Apple knows this. So they know that they are not for everyone. And that's the thing. They are just for. So this is one of the tasks that I want you to make after the end of this video. My customers, they are just the people that blah, blah, blah. Okay. I want to see that. So, and the sixth thing, okay, let me bring this to the end of the line. Let me put it here. Sixth, it will be something important which is easy to understand. Okay. And sometimes there's this mistake that we see often. I made this mistake as well. This is something that all these topics, they were mistakes I made when I started. Shame on me. Ah. And the thing is, we tend to want to look, to seem smart, to look smart, like, oh, Marco, it's a genius. Rose, it's amazing. Maria, it's awesome. Uh, Antoine, it's a genius. But the thing is, people need to understand us. They need to understand what we do, how we can help them, why we are the right person to work with them. So if we overcomplicate, if we want to look the new Einstein in the block, we may miss something. So make your communication easy to understand. Why do we love that brand? Because this. Why do you love that brand? Because this. This is something that I understand. This is something that makes me want to work with them, to buy from them. This is really important. Okay. Also, pretty important. This is the seventh, I think. Yes. Being coherent. Okay. This is something that we see also often. And I made lots of trainings, I made lots of public speakings. And one of the questions that people used to make to me, oh, Marco, what do you think it's a nice topic to go viral to get lots of customers? I want to create content, video content. I want to make live shows. But what do you think would be a nice topic to talk about? And I said, I have no idea because this is not the thing that I should think about is and get the sweet point or spot wherever between what do I know, what I can bring value. And this bringing value, it's important as well. How can I help people? And what do what do they need? How they could resonate with me? Again, this is pretty important because if we are going after just after the market, we may lost ourselves because today people they want, for instance, and we can see this happening often, people going after the new shining star. There was the clubhouse, then there was the metaverse, then it was the TikTok, then you and people don't understand what the hell are you doing, what the hell can you offer you to me, I don't know, please tell me, help me. So this is important to be coherent. Okay, another important thing is to listen. Okay, there's no way you can build a brand without listening. As I said at the beginning, um, it is important into things that I talked before. One, it's about being unique. If you don't listen, it will be difficult for you to understand how you're unique because there's this thing. Sometimes we tend to think, oh, I'm unique because this, of this, because it's my thought. I'm seeing my own perspective as an entrepreneur, as a professional, and as a freelancer. And the thing is, sometimes we miss the real thing, the real ingredient, the real, let's call it secret, why people want to work with us. And I'm pretty sure that we don't want that. So it is really important to listen. Also, it is important to listen to your competitors as well, because if you are saying the same as them, if you are doing the same as them because you don't know, or okay, you listen, but you are replicating. The thing is, listen or watch, whatever, to make different, to improve. Okay, for instance, you can go to your competitors' websites, you can go to Amazon to see reviews and whatever to understand. Okay, people, they are asking for this. I can bring this, I can help them even more. So this will kind of will make your brand even more valuable. Okay, and value, it's way important because you understand that people tend to spend more money, to will to pay more if they recognize value in your brand, and I believe we all want that. Another really important thing about branding and building a strong brand, it's evolve. Because sometimes we think, oh, I don't want to change. This was because people love us because of this. People, they buy from us because of this. And we kind of tend to froze everything. I don't want to move because we made this since ever like this. I don't want to change. This will be like this. But at some point, we realize, okay, I don't want to change. But the thing is, where are my customers? Where are they? Oh, I lost them. Oh my God, Houston, we have a problem. And we don't want that. Okay. There's one of the mistakes I hear often, mainly here in Portugal, is, oh, I don't want my business to grow. It's good enough. I don't want to get new customers. The thing is, you need them because someday will die. Someday will stop from buying for you. So it's really important to be seen as a brand that evolves. And if you listen to your customers, for sure, you will evolve because there's no other way to make things happen because you will evolve. And the thing is, it doesn't mean that you need to evolve or to change everything. No, you just need to, because for instance, I don't know if you know, we have this marketing mix, four piece promotion price, place, and okay, price, okay, again, place, promotion, price, and product. Okay, you have these four main ingredients that you can play around with them, and maybe you didn't need to change the product, but maybe you can change the place where you are making it to people to get it, because usually we had these physical stores, but now maybe we can get them online. We can create an app where people can communicate with us, and maybe they can buy from there. Okay, so you don't need to change everything, but you need to evolve, and if you listen, you will evolve. Okay, that's why it is important. And the last thing, but not the least at all, it's bringing a human side to your brand. I'm pretty sure that it's pretty by these days, and this is something that I believe that we are seeing this often. Behind an amazing brand, there's an amazing human being. There's this thing, and don't be afraid of making mistakes. Be afraid of not recognizing them, about not asking sorry, about not um, overcome, about not repair the the damage that your mistake made. But it is important to bring a human face and also bring people that work with you, or even you if you are the CEO from your company, the founder. Be present, show yourself so people can get an idea about your brand. Okay, so these were the 10 topics I believe would be a nice way to start your branding process. Okay, and just to finish, I decided to bring on each show a book. I chose this one, okay, by Jia Jiang, Rejection Proof, which is a pretty nice book, which will tell you how he overcome rejection, how he learned from rejection, and I believe this could be really good for you too. So I came to the end of this show, Brandin Show, first episode at 100 TV. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, ask hashtag Ask Brandin Show, and I will be pleased to answer to you. Bye bye. See you in the next episode.